Jim Stevens back with you here at the 2017 Maryland State Championships as we bring you the pro doubles final. Kris Clark in the forward position on the left, his partner Alan Montrone. They're out of Florida. And on the right, that's Derek Brown at forward, Dusty Bambene in the goalie position. Brown out of Ohio, as is Bambene. We're underway here in game number one. Brown and Bambene won the winner's bracket. It'll be a best 2 out of 3. Either it will be 1 and Brown and Bambene will win, or we'll go to a second set if Montrone and Clark can pull out this first one. And there's Brown's shot attempt, knocked down and taken away by Montrone. Alan Montrone, Kris Clark, rated as amateur players, yet here they are in the pro doubles final. A remarkable weekend for these two, and Clark's going to grab it on the 5 and call timeout and have a discussion with his partner Alan Montrone. Kris will step back to the table. He has possession of it on his 5, and he'll look to advance it here. Brings it near side of the table, then goes crisply through the lane. He'll set it up against Dusty Bambene and fire it home near side. So a productive timeout here in game number 1 leads to a 2-0 lead. Nice pass, nice shot by Clark. Derek Brown, excellent pro play. Of course, his partner Dusty Bambene, a veteran of the professional tour, has had success not only in the women's events, but has had some very nice open finishes as well. And there's a straight effort from that pull shot set from Brown to make it 2-1. Again, Clark exploiting the lane as he goes through it, and then the quick shot attempt here taken away by Bambene. Would have been a good time there, I think, for Clark to maybe take some time. Definitely want to work that middle at some point early in the match to set up your corners. But you're up 2-1. And on that possession, probably a good idea to try to take some time and then send it to 3-1. Although if it works, it's a moot point, of course. Montrone's quick pass attempt knocked down by Brown. Comes back to Allen. Setting it up just inside that far goal line, a la Bob Diaz. That one quickly down the middle is grabbed by Clark. Chance to extend the lead here. Another quick effort here from Clark. Kris will work it a little bit more here and then drill that near corner. Really squares it off nicely to that near side, and it's 3-1. So early on here, Clark getting possessions. Brown, not so much. He's had just the one so far. We're going to get another one here, and he does along that near wall. Derek will once again set up the pull shot and once again find the straight hole. It's 3-2 here in game number 1. Always good to get off to a quick start if you can when you're coming from the loser side. Another nice tic-tac pass here. This time along the wall by Clark, who once again will set it up and once again find the near side. It's 4-2. Derek Brown tried to go back along the wall, knocked down by Clark, then poked through by Brown on the second effort. Derek has hit 2 straight so far. Tried to take this one outside, knocked down and taken away by Alan Montrone. Montrone's pass attempt clears the zone, comes back to Dusty. I recall Dusty Bambene in some big open doubles competitions, finishing top 5 with her partner Kane Gabriel, and there's Montrone with what looked like a clearing effort or a pass that gets in behind Bambene, and it's 1-0. So Clark and Montrone definitely off to a good start here in this opening set as they try to claim set number 1 and send it down to one final 2 out of 3. Brown not executing the pass, but it does get through. Derek again from pull shot position. Tried to stroke that long, rattled it off the post. Rebound comes back to Derek, who will set it up once again. See if he looks inside. No, he tries to go down the middle here. It's off Montrone's man and into the goal. It's 1-0 here in game number 2. Clark's 5 has been really good so far. And the shot attempt here near side, blocked up into the air and off the table by Bambene. The one thing I'd like to see Kris Clark do a little more of is take some time. Let the defenders cycle through their defense a couple of times. Make it more of a chess game than a race. Nice Clearing effort there by Bambene. Brown with a quick push kick, blocked by Montrone. Comes back to Clark. Clark's hesitation wall pass gets through, but Bambene can't capture it. Clark is able to pick it up, set it up. So far he has shown strength near side, but then drills this one far side. You see the backswing not real high on Clark's shot. It's a quick release. And it has looked really good so far. Brown brings it across, rushes up the slow-moving ball, and then will set it up, looking to give his team the lead once again. And he does, as he again strokes this one down the middle. So Brown working the entire goal, and we're going to get a timeout here as Clark steps away again to have a conversation with his partner, Alan Montrone. 2-1 lead here in game number 2 for Derek Brown and Dusty Bambene. 1-0 lead for Kris Clark and Alan Montrone. Ball put back into play by Clark. Quick pass attempt, knocked down and taken away by Brown. Brown brushes this one through the lane. Brings it across. He has gone inside for the most part, at least successfully so far. He's hit a couple of straights, a couple of splits, and this shot attempt knocked down and taken away by Montrone. Again, just looking to clear it. Allen gets it up the table where it's picked up by Bambene. Dusty shot attempt. Clark able to knock it down. It comes back again to Bambene. Still at 2-1 here in the second. Pass attempt near side. Clears the zone. Brown picks it up. Bounce pass goes awry. Allen with a quick pass attempt. Bounces off that back wall and is grabbed by Clark on the 5. Kris Clark, Alan Montrone got off to the quick start in that first game, winning it 5-2 in under 5 minutes. Clark continues to shoot it well against Bambene. It's 2-2. Derek Brown. Tried to stroke the long, and he does, getting it all the way out to the post. It rattles in to make it 3-2. High lane pass here by Clark. So Kris takes a little more time here. He does sit, wait, look, and stroke it home near side. Again, that quick release to the corners. We're tied at 3. Pass through the high lane here by Brown. Derek will set it up against Alan Montrone. Take his time. Take a lot of time and then find the straight hole to make it 4-3. A nice possession there for Derek Brown. Clark, pass attempt, partially blocked by Brown, comes back to Bambene, who will call timeout. Dusty Bambene will put the ball back into play. In the second game, it's the Pro Doubles final here at the 2017 Maryland State Championships at Baltimore Washington International Airport. Jim Stevens with you, and now Brown can send it to a third game. Derek sets up the pole shot. Shot attempt knocked down, taken away by Montrone. Allen shot down the middle, blocked by Brown's 5, comes back to Montrone, who quickly tried to brush a pass down. Again, Brown was there with a 3-rod. Pass attempt this time gets through, where it's grabbed by Bambene. Dusty working some clock and then knocks that one back towards her goal, then sends it the other way on goal. And it's picked up by Brown, living dangerously there, but Dusty on the reaction play gets it up the table, and Brown strokes it home. It's 1 game apiece. Kris Clark will put it into play, opening up game number 3 of this opening set. And the pass attempt taken away by Brown. Eric's pass attempt taken right back by Kris Clark. Clark through the lane, can't hold on to it. Bambene with possession. And she rattles this one through to her partner Brown. Garrett Quick pull shot blocked by Montrone. Brown once again. Finds the hole. Again going inside. It's 1-0. So Derek Brown, Dusty Bambene open up the scoring here in this third game. If they win this game, they're the champs. Clark and Montrone trying to send it to a second set. That shot attempt blocked, and the spinning ball is captured by Bambene. You got to like what you see from Kris Clark in the forward position, but again, the only thing we'd like to see is perhaps him take a little more time. Stab forward nicely here by Clark. Kris sets it up, loses it, grabs it, resets it, and calls timeout. Trailing 1-0 here in the third game. Kris Clark will put the ball back into play. And looked it tied up at 1 as he sets it up and strokes it home far side. It's 1-1. 1-1 here in game number 3. Brown brushes this one up. Derek have shot it pretty well. In fact, both forwards shooting it better than 50%. And Brown able to stroke home the bull shot. It's 2-1. And if you shoot the ball better than 50%, you're doing well. Sometimes you watch certainly a top player perform and you think, boy, he's not missing anything. And then you break down the stats and it's 50, 55, 60% maybe if he's shooting well. And of course, occasionally we have those special performances by guys like Spreitman or Moore or Mares or Lafredo where they do indeed perhaps make 75% of the game. But for the most part, if you're shooting 50%, you're doing well, both these forwards in that area so far. And Brown will get another chance here, and he can extend the lead to 3-1 as he sets it up for a shot block. Second one also taken away by Alan Montrone. And it is a great defensive series. Quick slingshot up the table by Alan. Picked up here by Dusty. So far, Alan Montrone has basically tried to clear it, but try to shoot a couple of times. Maybe is the one thing we'd like to see him add to his game back there is a solid pull shot series where you use all the options, which include the passes and clears that you've used so far, and then a slingshot. And it's good to be a threat offensively, and of course clearing the zone, vitally important, and he's proven he can do that. That's a little more offense back there, a little bit more of an organized system. Probably a pull shot series, perhaps would be beneficial. So one lead here in the third as Dusty sends that one down the middle, snap towards the goal again, kept out by Montrone. He's keeping his team in it right now. There were big blocks on that previous series, keeps this one out, and he'll put it back into play where he wants to put it into play. And fires that one up the table where it's caught by Clark. Kris once again sets it up and once again finds the far side. Kris Clark proving he can hit both corners in this match, as it'll quite a few to the near side and a number to the far side as well. Probably like to see him hit a straight or two, maybe even a tap middle. Right now it's Brown setting it up, looking to give his team the lead once again. He brings it across, taking a lot of time here, and will use a timeout. Derek Brown will put the ball back into play. Brown brings it over, brings it back, sets it up, and strokes home the dead man long pole shot. Hits 3-2. Big shot from Derek Brown. Credit Montrone, though, with some very good defense in that sequence on that last ball. The only thing that he did give up was a dead man long pull shot. And now Clark with a big possession. Quick shot attempt blocked, and the bouncing ball captured by Bambene. Derek Brown, Dusty Bambene leading 3-2 here in the third game in a game that could give them the Pro Doubles title. Clark, though, able to get another possession here. Kris rocks, looks, and strokes it home far side. Caught Dusty switching into that reverse defense where she tried to post up but really didn't get out there far enough, and Clark went around her and is even it at 3. Down the stretch here in this third game. And again, getting it moving slowly off the wall, then brushes up, sets it up, looking to give his team the lead. That shot attempt blocked and taken away by Montrone. You got to give a lot of credit to Kris Clark and Alan Montrone. Certainly the lower rated of the two teams. Set up here by Brown. Who again strokes it home, and it is championship point for Derek Brown and Dusty Bambene. Clark, though, along the wall. Huge possession here for Kris, and he's able to capitalize to make it 4-4. So it's all come down to this. One final ball for either the championship or to send it to a second set as Brown puts it into play. Derek rattles this one through. Derek Brown will win the Pro Doubles Championship right here as he sets it up against Montrone. Derek, reset. And again.
Alan Hurd, Jerry Schoenfeld.
And again, and the timeout. Derek Brown will once again put the ball back into play and look to win it. Derek tried to go inside, blocked by Montrone, comes back to Brown. Derek again tried to stroke the long, blocked and taken away by Allen. Up the table, off the wall, picked up by Clark, who can send it to a second set. But that shot attempt knocked down and taken away by Bambene. Yeah, make the defender work a little bit more, take a little bit more time. Not always an easy thing to do. You have to consciously, perhaps, just sit there, maybe look at something else. Another chance here for Brown. He's already had two, and this is a third opportunity to win the Pro Doubles Championship. But that shot attempt blocked by Montrone, but another possession here for Derek. Allen showing a three-man defense here. Tried to go down the middle, did Brown. It's blocked by Montrone, right to Clark. Kris, again, looking to send it to set number two. And he does. So Kris Clark and Alan Montrone hold on to win the opening set, and we're headed to a second and final set. Here we go, second set underway. Great performance in that opening set from Clark and Montrone, who have now sent it to a second 2 out of 3. And this is an amateur team who took 15 years off from competitive foosball and has come back this weekend to not only finish second in amateur doubles, but also now have a chance to take a first place in pro doubles. And at worst, it would be a second place finish in the pro doubles event. That's impressive. They beat some very good teams on the way here. And you can see why. Quality players, and despite the fact they've taken some time off, the game is there. Apparently the hunger is back. And they are certainly playing well here in this pro doubles final. That shot down the middle off Brown's man, picked up by Montrone. Allen looping around the ball, then fired that one wide of the goal. And angles that one up the table off Clark's man, picked up here by Bambene. Dusty has that one captured nicely by Montrone, who has shown himself to be a very good goalie back there. A guy that you look at and you say, that's a goalie. There are a lot of players you really can't say they're a forward, they're a goalie, but you certainly look at Montrone, the things he's doing back there, the way he's capturing the ball in his zone, keeping the slop out, and defending well against the three-rock. And also clearing the zone. This quick clear effort blocked by Brown. No score, first game, second set, pro doubles final. Jim Stevens with you once again from Baltimore with Washington International Airport, the Doubletree Hotel. Another great event here this weekend run by Maryland Foosball. Brown now will set it up and find the inside to make it 1-0, and that's how Derek opened up the first set by hitting the straight holes early on against Montrone, and that's good strategy. For a pull shooter, you hit the straight early, let the defender know you're willing to do it. If you're a snake shooter, you hit that straight. Tighten up those men, which would open up the corners on both sides of the table for a snake shooter. Bambene has this one stolen away by Clark. Big possession early on here for Kris. Tried to take it out to the far side off the outside wall and in. It's 1-1. And you see that effortless release from Kris Clark. Not a lot of backswing. Very compact, very quick to the ball. Brown will set up his pull shot, look to give his team the lead. That one knocked down and taken away by Montrone. Allen up the table again, clearing it again, getting his partner a possession. Boy, what a key sequence it was at the end of that opening set when Alan Montrone blocked 4 potential championship-winning shots from Derek Brown, and the last one caromed right to Clark, who put it in to win that opening set. Allen again demonstrating that he's a quality goalie back there. Bambene taking some time, and she puts it back into play. Angles that one up the table. We're tied up at 1 here in game number 1, second set. Bambene will pick up the loose ball here, take it across the table, then tried to sweep the pull shot down the middle. Clark made an effort to poke it on goal, and it comes back to Kris on the 5. Along the wall, taken away by Brown. Derek's pass attempt, both of them blocked by Clark, comes back to Montrone. And Allen clearing the zone, getting it up the table to Bambene. Still stuck at 1-1 here in game 1. Very important to do the 3 basics back there for a goalie. You want to block the slop, you want to clear the zone, you want to capture the ball when it comes into your area. The other thing, though, that's kind of underrated for a goalie is Clark able to pass this one through, and he'll set it up looking to give his team the lead. Kris tried to take it out to the far side. This time Dusty out there to block it and take it away. The other thing that's important for a goalie, and every great goalie can do it, and that's to control the tempo of a game or the match. That ball comes back to you. Take some time. Build a foundation of 8, 10, 12 seconds on each possession back there before executing something of quality. Of course, on occasion, you're going to throw in the quick shot. It takes some time. Nothing bad can happen for your team when you have possession of the ball back there and you're taking some time. Nothing but good can happen. When you control the tempo, you really can also oftentimes control the game of the match. And there is Clark finding that far side. 2-1 lead here in the first as Clark and Montrone try to really shock the world with a win in pro doubles. So it's 2 amateur players. They won the first set. They're up 2-1 here in the first game of the second set. That one blocked by Allen, comes back to Derek. Another block by Montrone. Another chance here for Brown to tie it at 2. Another block there back towards the goal, kept up by Bambene. Alan Montrone continuing to play some outstanding defense against Derek Brown. Dusty will put the ball back into play. Shot down the middle by Bambene. Still 2-1. They have neutralized Derek Brown so far, opening up this first game. Derek is almost able to grab that one. Instead, it stubs back to Bambene. Picked up here by Brown. Derek, another chance to tie it. Again, sprayed this one wide of the goal. Rebound grabbed by Clark. Kris through the lane. Clark. Come near side. Bambene with a block, and it caroms right to Brown's 3-rod. Another chance here for Derek. To go inside, Montrone with the block. Now he's switching to the snake shot. Derek Brown fires it home down the middle. It's 2-2. So Derek on the fly makes the decision to switch to his secondary shot, to roll over snake shot, and he's tied it up at 2. Let's see if he sticks with it on his next possession. way Montrone's been blocking the pull shot, you would think he might. That one's going to rattle off a man off the outside wall and get past Montrone. This time it's 3-2. Passed along the near wall by Clark. Kris gets a good set, grips it. Come near side, taken away by Bambene. 3-2 lead here in the first game for Derek and Dusty. And again, the pass along the outside wall, and indeed, Brown's going to continue to shoot the snake shot, and that's 2 in a row for Derek, and it's 4-2. And Kris Clark will call timeout. Clark and Montrone watch Derek Brown and Dusty Bambene score 3 in a row to surge ahead 4-2 here in this first game. Clark will again look to advance it, and he does. He'll cut the lead to 1. Kris Clark. Taking some time, then tried to take it out to that far side. It goes wide. Bambene will put it back into play after it rolls to a dead stop. Sweeps that one across the table. Clark able to dig it out with his 5. And pass it again through the high lane. Boy, Kris, really a very athletic player. A guy with a great deal of potential, you would think. Tried to come down the middle. That one blocked and kept out by Dusty. Dusty up the table, captured by Montrone. Pull kick. Brown there to make the stop. Comes back to Allen. Bounces that one off the wall and sends it towards the goal. Bambene able to pick it up. Still 4-2 here in the first game. Second set. Pro doubles final. That one's going to be blocked back into the goal by Clark. It's 4-3. Over the ball, like Derek likes to get it moving slowly and then brush it through, oftentimes after bouncing off the wall, but Clark gets in the way here and takes it away and then quickly advances it through the near lane. He can even it up at 4 as he sets it up and strokes it home. It's 4-4. 2 in a row from Kris Clark, and Allen Montrone have evened this first game up at 4 goals apiece. Derek back along the wall. Chance to win this opening game for Derek Brown. Looks like he's going back to the pull shot. Brown takes a look. Resets it. We saw Derek do this previously, where he took quite a bit of time before calling the timeout. He does put it back into play here. Tried to stroke that long. Rebound comes back to Clark. Who goes through the lane and can't hold on to it. Brown able to pick it up on the 5. Tried to chip it up. Blocked by Clark. Brown again. Tried to brush this one down. Clark got a piece of it. Montrone with a rebound. Sends that one sliding up the near side. Blocked by the 5 of Brown. Comes back to Montrone. Again, just looking to clear it. Taken away, though, by Derek Brown. Brown will go back to the snake shot. He sets it up. Rocks. Waits. And then spins it as he tried to take it down the middle. No goal, and the ball will be put back into play by Allen Montrone. Tough break there for Brown and Bambene. For a second there, they thought they had that first game won. Clearing it here is Montrone. Clark had a chance with the 3, then had a better chance to pick it up with a 5. Couldn't do so. Brown once again looking to advance it to his 3-rod, and he does. Derek again. Strokes it near side off a man off the corner of the goal and in. It's 1-0. Kris Clark puts it into play, opening up game number 2. That's a tough loss there for Clark and Montrone. As Brown spun it on the first attempt to win it, and got it back, and it looked like Montrone was there, but it hit off a man and off that corner of the goal, maybe both corners of the goal, and then rattled in. But that's foosball. Montrone brings that one across, sending it on goal. Picked up here by Bambene. It has been an amazing run for Kris Clark and Alan Montrone, two amateur players competing in the pro doubles final. Now, I have to tell you, I do not remember the last time that happened. Clark. Rocking. Tried to come down the middle, blocked up into the air and off the table by Bambene. Montrone will put the ball back into play here. Dusty will put the ball back into play here. And she made the block up into the air and off the table. A bit of confusion briefly, but I think we wired it out. And Dusty, Bambene, Fulton, Ohio will now put the ball back into play. Brown and Bambene just a game away from the Pro Doubles Championship. Clark will get another opportunity here to give his team the early lead here in game number 2. Tried to come near side, blocked by Dusty. Comes back to Kris. Clark once again. Walking it and then firing it home near side. That's a big possession there from Kris Clark, who has given his team a 1-0 lead in a game they must have to stay alive. Derek Brown looking to advance it. Tried to brush this one up. Clark with the block. Comes back to Derek, who does get this one through. Brown back to the pull shot. As he sets it up and strokes home the long to make it 1-1. Derek has established the straight. He's established the split. Now perhaps it's time for him just to take some time against Montrone and then explode to that long hole. Oftentimes that's what pull shooters will think. They've established they can go inside on you. Now they're just going to sit and wait to throw that fastball at just the right time. And that's what Derek did on that last possession to even it at 1. Montrone's shot attempt gets through. Clark couldn't grab it with a 5. Brown does. Then bounces it through the lane. Looking for 2 in a row, and he finds it this time to the short corner. We went long last time, comes back short here. It's 2-1. 2 in a row from Brown and Bambene. They're now just 3 goals away from the championship. Clark, however, has an opportunity here to even it up at 2. Kris. See that floating 3-man defense shown by Bambene, who makes the block. Montrone with a quick pull kick. Brown watches as Montrone passes it up the table to Clark. Credit Dusty with some good defense over these last few possessions, and another takeaway here for Bambene. Dusty fires this one up the table and in, so a little defense followed by a little offense from the veteran from Ohio, Dusty Bambene, and she has given her team a 3-1 lead. Every possession vital now for Kris Clark in the forward position, but taken away as he tried to tic-tac it along that near wall by Derek Brown. Brown hovers over the ball, then goes back along that near wall. That is a tough pass to stop. And Derek now will set it up and then come back with that rolling pull shot, which goes wide. Up the table again, caught by Clark. Kris walking it and then has that one blocked up into the air and off the table by Bambene. Dusty fires that one up the table. It comes back towards Clark's 3-rod, but it's Bambene who scoops it up. And one block back towards the goal by Clark. Again, Dusty Bambene. Dusty again. Up the table with a push kick and in, and it's championship point for Derek Brown and Dusty Bambene. They had one in the opening set. They've got another one here. They've got a few of them here as they're up 4-1. And they're just a goal away from the championship, and Dusty has been a huge factor on both sides of the ball down the stretch. That one fired on goal, kept out by Montrone. Great performance from Kris Clark and Alan Montrone, but Derek Brown now with a chance to win it. As Derek brings it across, sets it up, and strokes it home. So Derek Brown and Dusty Bambene defeat Kris Clark and Alan Montrone to win the 2017 Maryland State Pro Doubles Championship.